guys, I'm here today with Jim Walker from HackRepair, and if you've never really had your site hacked or had any problems, congratulations. However, if you're like a lot of other WordPress users, you've had some kind of problem at some point during all of your experience with WordPress. Something has happened. So I brought on Jim today, and we're going to talk about some of the things to avoid, some of the ways to prevent getting hacked. When it happens, I want you to know that this is the guy that I always call. Known him for about 3-4 years now, and this guy will always make sure not just that you get your site fixed, but he'll show you why. And the why behind the what is really what matters. Hey, Jim.
Hey, guys. Well, yeah, I appreciate you. Today's been a crazy day. Phone call in and all kinds of craziness. Oh, and of course, I got my little Give mug. You guys know this guy, Matt Cromwell?
Yeah.
Anyway, love this guy. He caught me just as I was finishing up lunch. So, well, what's going on? What can we talk about?
You know, I was looking at the last thing that I shared was this one right here about the Fiverr gig that went bad. And I really wanted to bring this to people's attention to really show people and bring awareness to the fact that when you hire somebody from anywhere and you don't know them, this is the kind of stuff that it's not like it happens once or twice. You know, this kind of stuff happens all the time. So tell us what happened here, Jim.
Well, I mean, this is a situation where I had actually done work for another client, and it had been a while. Probably a couple months. And I'm not a web designer by trade. That's really not my specific area of expertise. So I always refer to people who I do work for. So in this case, he sent me a note and he said, look, I found a guy on Fiverr, and he said that he would help me out and update my theme. And apparently it was all great when they first started. And then as he started getting into the project, the guys kept saying, well, I'm almost done, but I need more money. I'm almost done, but I need more money. And then, of course, the third time, he said, you know what? You're not almost done, and you're not getting my money. And he flat out told him, look, I'm thinking about giving you a 1-star because this is not right. I don't feel you treated me right. And then the guy came back with that chat that I showed you earlier. And I don't know if you have that handy and you can bring it up or not.
Yeah, it's up.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty telling. I mean, it pretty much is a mind-blown situation. I mean, I am not a hater of Fiverr. I like Fiverr. Fiverr has its place in the universe in the same way a lot of other low-cost companies have a place in the universe. And the bottom line is that I've been happy with Fiverr in the past. And when they showed me this guy's chat, I mean, what could have been going through the guy's mind who chatted that? Who could have? I mean, think about it. I'm going to chat a really bad thing in a public chat, in a chat that the client's going to know about, and then the client is going to report me to Fiverr, and they're going to delete my account.
I don't understand why
what is that?
Why that continues to happen, but it does.
Yes. Well, my mind was blown because from a business person standpoint, I could never do anything like that, and I can't imagine anyone legitimate could do that. And there are a lot of people out there who are like that.
And the important thing is to make sure that that doesn't happen also with, you know, e-commerce sites, with WooCommerce sites, you know?
Oh, no question. And actually, that's a big area. If you're going to be getting into any sort of credit card transactions or anything of that nature, I'm serious. You got to be thinking about what you're going to do in terms of who you're going to use for development. Hiring a guy on Fiverr or any of these other uptown, whatever, they have the different services that give you a low-cost service from Nigeria or wherever. You're just, I don't know, it seems to me you're rolling the dice. If you're going to give a guy a job to help redesign your theme or something that doesn't need a lot of access, that's great. But wow, you're putting a lot of potential security ramifications into the problem because you don't know if this guy's going to put a backdoor into the website. You know, this is another thing, too, I talk to clients about all the time. If you have a WordPress website and you give other people administrative access, they now own you. They own your website. And they can do anything they want with it. They can add files that you may not be aware of. They can add other users. They can do any number of different things. So be careful whenever you're giving people this additional access, because you're potentially giving them the keys to the castle.
Yeah. And that's never a good thing, especially when, you know, you've got all those plugins, and I've seen this happen a lot of times, is that somebody will get on Fiverr, and then if you can keep all these things on your radar at once, the next thing you know, you see somebody else with the same username in some Facebook group,
right?
And the next thing you know, they're now selling plugins, and you're just thinking, wow, these people sure do have a lot of money to be selling all these plugins, and no, they're not. No. It's just a collection of Fiverr folks or something like that, and they just collect all the plugins that you've got using on your site, and then resell them on WP Spring or something.
There's many.
Latest one is now.
Right. Actually, a lot of times people, they set up their own websites. I mean, they're web designers usually set up their own websites, and they sell them through that, and then they promote them through these third-party channels, and you get. Actually, one of them that I was looking at for a while, it was an affiliate program. So you would get money from referring people to their stolen plugins.
Nice, very nice. And can I just assume that they've used affiliate WP bootleg copy to set up their affiliate program?
I don't know. I never signed up for it, but I assume they did all kinds of crazy stuff.
In the first place, it was stolen in the first place. You're like, golly.
Yeah,
it's important, folks, that you realize that, they get these plugins, or they get a huge email list, or for all you know, I just got done with somebody else's site, and I'm not quite sure what they did, because I don't want to really get into it too deep. But the guy wanted to convince this business owner to move it from one hosting to another. Well, the next thing you know, the site is just, when you type in their URL, it started redirecting to all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
And a few of those were even executing the download. So I went and put this guy's URL in, and it, after a few redirects to something, it said, "Do you want to download this?" Whoa, watch my fingers. No, let me make sure I click no. But then I go back and I say, wait a minute. Okay, now that we got that identified, what caused it?
Yeah.
Can you tell folks how important it is, or re-stress to them that it's not really just about finding a file that was modified. It's finding the original file or the original source. And if you go with some of these low-cost people, you never know what they have on their computer that may have now jumped into your site because of some junk they had on their computer. Jim, tell everybody how important it is to find the cause and the effect.
Well, a lot of times when you're looking at a website that you have a suspicion that's been compromised, the first thing you want to do, obviously, is find the symptoms. But that's all you're usually going to find are the symptoms. You're going to find those odd PHP scripts. Maybe you'll find an odd plugin, or maybe you'll find a user that's been installed that you don't recognize. Again, symptoms. Plugins like WordFence and Security and other plugins and security automated setups like that, they're awesome. All right, fantastic, but they're like 80% solutions. So when you go into these situations and you find yourself with a problem where you're not sure how you're hacked, and you use these methods of fixing symptoms, well, the result is that all you're doing is fixing the symptoms. So then you come back a week or 2 or 3 later, and you find everything's been rehacked again. And that's what I see quite often, particularly with the low-cost services and people who use Fiverr and other things. Seriously, you're paying someone $30, $50 for what normally would take me 2 to 3 hours of work. And what do you expect to get out of that result? The outcome is usually pretty sad. I make a lot of money from that. I hate to say it, but I make a lot of money from people who say, I had somebody work on my website and they said they cleaned it up, and anyway, my site was hacked again a week later, and I'm calling you, and then I take care of it, and of course never hear from them again. But that situation is so common.
Well, you know what I find funny is that for whatever reason, a lot of times I can weed out people. Not I only use Fiverr if I need a graphic made. But I can always, you know, tell when something's about to go bad when I ask somebody ahead of time, you know, are you going to provide a change log? And the second I ask that question, that's when it kind of goes from, oh, well, yeah, oh, I'm the best, you know, and you really get into the meat of things, and you say, look, I want you to keep a record of what you do and what you change, what you modify.
Yeah, what you install, what you do. And if they're not doing that, then you're essentially, you don't know what they've done. They could charge you $50 and spend 5 minutes of effort. And you don't know that if they don't give you some sort of information or log, or at least give you a step-by-step on what they did.
I will brock your site.
Yeah, I will brock your site.
I love it.
I don't know. I didn't see what country that was, and not that it matters, but yeah, I was looking that terminology up and I couldn't find it in Google. So apparently.
And then so wait, this is at 10:50 a.m.
Yeah.
You're a cheater. You're a cheater. Do you think you are clever? And then he says, "Hey, accept the order quickly."
Right.
So wait, hold on. After he says the message at 10:48, then at 10:50, then at 11:01, he says, "Hey, after I'm done being a douche, please accept the order quickly."
He wants to get paid, but that's the way Fiverr works. You have to accept the order, and then the payment goes through, and all of that. Yeah.
Wow. But no. I'm just saying though. That's what this Jubair BD guy did.
Yes. Yeah. He basically said,
"I'm a douche. I'm a prick. I'm a jerk. I'm an ass. Hey, please accept the order quickly."
Right.
Wow.
It could have been a translation problem. I mean, you can see his English and grammar aren't that great. Who's to say? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was my point. Look, I'm going to get this on. The second I saw it, article, because it was just such an over the top. Never seen anything like this before. And I said, I gotta. And again, I am not a Fiverr hater. If anything else, I think Fiverr is a fantastic place in our universe. But never seen it been abused like this before.
Cool. All right, Jim. So this is the best. If you look at the thing, I've got you up here.
Mm-hmm.
Just simply 619-479-6637.
I love talking to people. Yes. I always tell people I'm the only guy in North America that answers the phone. You might what I do. That is. Yeah. But I love doing that.
I have a cell phone, and people are amazed that it doesn't have Facebook or anything like that on it. I tell people all the time, I could have a flip phone like Gibbs from NCIS and be totally happy with it. But so the best number to get a hold of you is 619-479-6637, and the website is HackRepair.com.
That is it. San Diego, California.
Cool. All right, Jim. Well, thank you very much for taking a couple of seconds out of your busy day to come on here and have a talk with us. I definitely appreciate it. And folks, if you ever need to get a hold of Jim, HackRepair.com. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, take it easy.